Right now, millions of people are asking AI what to write, what to buy, what to watch, even what to think. But here's the uncomfortable question. If something else keeps doing our thinking for us, what happens to our ability to think without it? And every time the answer arrives instantly, something important happens. We don't have to struggle for it ourselves. At first, that sounds like progress. Why waste time doing something when a machine can do it in seconds? But the question isn't whether AI makes us faster. The real question is, what happens when convenience slowly replaces cognitive effort? Your brain is naturally designed to save energy. Thinking deeply is expensive. So whenever we can use something outside ourselves to reduce mental effort, we often do. Psychologists call this cognitive offloading. And cognitive offloading isn't new. We write things down so we don't have to remember them. We use calculators so we don't have to calculate everything manually. We use GPS so we don't have to remember every route. So technology itself isn't the enemy. The difference is what we're outsourcing. A calculator can solve arithmetic, but generative AI can now write, summarize, explain, compare, evaluate, and sometimes even make decisions for us. And that's where the relationship becomes more complicated, because there's a difference between using a tool and depending on a tool to do the thinking you were supposed to do yourself. Imagine you need to solve a difficult problem. Option 1, you struggle with it first, form your own ideas, and then use AI to challenge or improve your thinking. Option 2, you immediately ask AI for the answer and simply accept whatever it gives you. Both methods use AI, but psychologically, they're not the same. Recent research is beginning to separate these two behaviors. One is dependent offloading. AI substitutes for your own thinking. The other is autonomous offloading. AI helps you think, but you still remain in control. That difference might be the most important part of the entire debate, because dependent use can create a dangerous illusion. You receive a good answer and slowly begin to confuse access to intelligence with having understood something yourself. You can explain less than you think. You can solve less without assistance than you realize. And eventually, you may stop practicing the mental skills that gave you independence in the first place. But here's the twist. AI doesn't automatically make people worse thinkers. In some situations, it can actually improve thinking. Research suggests that structured AI use can help people focus on higher-level reasoning instead of wasting energy on repetitive work. So the future isn't necessarily humans versus AI. The real question is who remains in control of the thinking process. And AI isn't the only system making decisions easier for us. Every day, algorithms suggest what we should watch, what we should buy, what route we should take, and increasingly, what information we should see. Recommendations are useful, but every recommendation removes one small piece of uncertainty that you would otherwise have to navigate yourself. And that can make life easier, but it can also make us less comfortable with uncertainty. Maybe that's the real danger. Not that AI will suddenly take away our intelligence, but that we may gradually become less willing to use it when thinking becomes difficult. Because thinking is uncomfortable, it requires uncertainty, it requires making mistakes. And sometimes, it requires sitting with the fact that you don't know the answer yet. So, are we slowly losing the ability to think for ourselves? Maybe not yet, but if we keep outsourcing every difficult thought, the bigger question may become this: when we finally need to think alone, will we still know how?